Thank you all for joining us this evening. We are excited for you to be here. Making a few minor adjustments. It's easier to present flags if they're in the back and we walk them forwards. Welcome all. I am Emily Williams, the Scoutmaster of Troop 181 and the Assistant Scoutmaster of Troop 161. As we gather today for the Eagle Court of Honor for Troop 161 and 181, we will be talking about the core values of Scouting America and where Scouts BSA is headed. In honor of those who have come before us, we would like to start with a land acknowledgement statement. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Gabrielino Tongva peoples. We wish to recognize and honor them as the past, present, and future caretakers of this land, the water, and the cultural resources. The Tongva people called this land Tovangar, which translates into the world. The name Tongva translates to of the earth. In their honor, we strive to be caretakers of the earth, not just people who squander the earth's resources. Good evening. I'm excited to welcome you here tonight and to have you all join us in this momentous occasion. Jeremy Williams, the Scoutmaster of Troop 161 and Assistant Scoutmaster of Troop 181, cannot be here tonight. He was pulled away from work to work sooner than we had imagined. And he is currently in Florida helping Disney put on whatever it is that Disney is currently doing. But Madison and Jacob know that his heart is with you this evening, and I have words that are also from Jeremy along the way. As you can see in your program, there is a specific order to an Eagle Court of Honor, and the Scouts have asked Mr. Preston, the Assistant Scoutmaster of both troops, to serve as our Master of Ceremonies. So I will now turn this over to him.
Thank you, Emily. So I'm pleased to serve as Master of Ceremonies as we honor Madison Zhou and Jacob Smith for attaining Scouts' highest rank, the Eagle Scout Award. This is a great moment in their lives and worthy of celebration. I would now like to ask Brian Wang of Troop 161 to come forward and lead us in the presentation of the colors.
May the audience please rise for the presentation of the colors. Troop attention. Color guard attention. Color guard forward march. Troop salute. Halt. Please post the colors. All those in uniform and our veterans, please salute. All those non-uniform, please put your right hand over your heart. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Scout sign. Scout oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Scout law.
A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Outdoor code.
As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, to be careful of fire, to consider in the outdoors, and to be conservation-minded.
2. Color guard reform. Color guard return to post. Halt. Color guard dismissed. Troop at ease. Remain seated.
Great job, Scouts. Now I'd like to ask Pastor Nelson to come forward to give us the invocation.
Let's bow our heads and let's pray. Heavenly Father, Almighty and Sovereign God, we come before you with gratitude and praise. Thank you for gathering us tonight to celebrate and honor these Eagle Scouts. We're grateful for the parents who have poured their love, time, and effort into raising their children to be responsible citizens and future leaders. Thank you for the Scoutmasters who guided them with wisdom and patience. And thank you for watching over these young people, shaping their journey every step of the way. Lord, we know that without you, none of this would be possible. So we welcome your presence here tonight. Be among us as we honor hard work, character, and commitment. Bless each person here, especially the Eagle Scouts, their parents, their friends. Help us all recognize our deep need for you, for your mercy, for your grace, and your salvation. We ask all this in the mighty name of the risen Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Before we begin our ceremony, I'd like to introduce a few of our Scout leaders that are here, past and present. When I call your name, will you please rise for recognition. The audience, please hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. Scoutmaster, Mrs. Emily Williams. Current Assistant Scoutmasters, myself, Mr. Michael Gonzalez, Mr. Bud Brumba, who is also a past Scoutmaster of Troop 161, Mr. Chris Dodge, Mr. Joseph Sue, and Mr. Dick Smith. And our current committee members, Mrs. Paulina Hahn, Mr. Kian Tiet, Mr. Michael Gonzalez, and Miss Christine Vergara. Thank you all. The troop couldn't be here and survive without all of you. So thank you. We also have the honor of having some guests from our community organizations join us. We have Temple City Council member Tom Chavez, our 49th District Representative Mike Fong, Lieutenant Oakley of the Temple City Sheriff's Department, David Segrest Sr., he's representing the city of El Monte. Jerry Jambazian, he's an official photographer for the city of Temple City. Carol Rosenbacker, president of this Temple City's Women's Club. And are there any other community representatives that would like to be recognized? If so, please stand and introduce yourself. And finally, I'd like to ask if there's any of the Scouts educators here, because I know they're a very important part of their lives. So are there any here that are sharing this event today? Okay. So thank you all for coming to help celebrate our Eagle Scouts. It's important to them and to all of us. So now, I declare this Court of Honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Madison Zhou and Jacob Smith. I now call on the Eagle Scout escorts to bring Madison Zhou forward. I now call on the Eagle Scout escort to bring Jacob Smith forward. So we're here today to honor Madison, who we all know as Maddie, and Jacob Smith. They have spent the last several years of their lives walking the Eagle Trail and have met and surpassed every requirement to earn this rank. Only 8 out of every 100 scouts achieve this goal. I'd like to invite Ms. Emily Williams to share with us some of these facts about those 100 scouts.
Let's start with a bit of history of Eagle Scouts. Since 1910, when Boy Scouts of America was founded, there have been more than 30 million youth who have been part of the scouting program. Great leaders in our country have stated with pride that they have been scouts in their youth. Past scouts include military heroes and political leaders, such as General Colin Powell, Presidents Franklin Delano Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, and Gerald Ford, and civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Other well-known figures include Bill Gates, Hank Aaron, Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford, as well as astronauts Neil Armstrong, James Lovell, John Glenn, and Stephen Lindsay, who is an Eagle Scout from our own Troop 161. Today, there are 450,000 scouts in America, and their influence can be felt in our communities. They are student council presidents, football captains, school newspaper editors, and they comprise 72% of Rhodes Scholars, 70% of Annapolis graduates, and 85% of FBI agents. Of the original 29 first astronauts at NASA, 26 were Eagle Scouts. And out of the 312 pilots and scientists selected as astronauts since 1959, 207 were Scouts at one time. In 2019, due to the demands of the program leaders and the Boy Scouts themselves, girls were officially allowed to enter the rebranded Scouts BSA program, now part of Scouting America. Troop 181 was founded in April of 2019, and our Eagle Escort Samantha was the first of the young women who were the catalyst to start the troop. I love getting to talk about Troop 181's origin story because our troop only exists because of the dedication of these young women who have chosen to step into a world that was not available to the women who came before them. As of February 2025, over 2.7 million people have earned the rank of Eagle Scout in Scouting America. This is about 6% of all Scouts who have participated in the program since 1911. And today, we are adding two more Eagles to those numbers. Mr. Preston mentioned earlier that only 8 out of every 100 Scouts achieve this goal. So we're going to look at a representative group of 100 Scouts so that we can see the impact that Scouting America has had on its members. Of any 100 youth who become Scouts, 30 will drop out within their first year. Perhaps this may be regarded by some as a failure, but later in life, they will remember that they had been Scouts and will speak well of the program. And the values that they learned will still affect their lives. Half of them also note that being a Scout has helped them along their career paths. Of the 100, 12 will be from families who have no religious affiliation. Through Scouting, they will be brought into contact with a church, a synagogue, a temple, or mosque, as well as other Scouts who have different religious and spiritual beliefs, all of which help them gain a wider perspective of the world. Each of those 100 will learn something from scouting. From earning merit badges, almost all will develop hobbies that will enhance the rest of their lives. Many will serve in the military and in varying degrees benefit from their scouting training. At least one will use it to save another person's life. And many will credit scouting as having saved their own. Many will find that their future vocation is discovered through merit badge work and scouting contacts. Only 6 of the 100 will reach Eagle Scout rank. 17 of those 100 scouts will later become scoutmasters themselves and will give leadership to thousands of other additional youth. But only 1 in 10 boys in America will become a scout, but only 1 in 1,000 girls will. But it's interesting to note that of the leaders of this nation in business, religion, and politics, that 3 of the 4 were scouts. And today we are lucky enough to honor 2 more, Madison Zhou and Jacob Smith, who each represent only 1 in 100 youth. Today's ceremony marks the closing of a chapter in the lives of these scouts, but a new chapter is just beginning, and we can only imagine what they will do in the future.
I'm going to brag a little bit. I know that Troop 161 and 181 because of the leadership and everything that we've had in the troop and the adult participations. We've exceeded those numbers in this troop. So it's been great. So we know that scouting has a positive effect on its members and in turn on our society. Chris Dodge, Eagle Scout of Troop 161 and Assistant Scoutmaster of Troops 161 and 181 with the assistance of the Scouts will now share with you what it means to be an Eagle Scout.
We're just giving a second for this gust to get ready. Thank you, George, for the introduction. As he told you, I'm an Eagle Scout, and I'm proud to be an Eagle Scout of 161. It's a while ago, but
Proud to have.
yeah, I won't tell you guys what year I'm in. Along the journey to earn Eagle, the highest rank in scouting, a scout has spent a great deal of time and effort to honor that journey. We show light the Eagle Trail as we recognize the accomplishments of Madison Zhou and Jacob Smith. When a young person becomes a scout, there is within them something we call the spirit of scouting. This single lit candle before you represents that spirit. Alone, this light may seem feeble, but when multiplied by the principles of the scouting code and law, and exponentially by millions of youth in scouting around the world, it becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. After a young person enters scouting, the young scout promises upon their honor to do their duties in 3 specific ways. The first, to their God or spiritual beliefs and their country. The second, to other people by helping them at all times. And the third, to themselves by keeping themselves physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. You see how the light from the spirit of scouting is beginning to grow and become brighter. Additionally, the scout law that they promise to obey begins to guide their life. One by one, we will present the candles as symbols for each part of the scout law. There are 12 parts. Each is an important foundation in the building of a strong character in each scout. You have heard the scouts repeat the scout law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. The journey to Eagle is long, and a long upward climb. To a new scout, it may seem very far away, but it will come a lot closer with each step up the mountain. The scout begins unranked as they begin to learn the basics of scouting, the symbols of scouting, and the organization of a troop, and how they will advance in rank. Once they complete these basics and earn the rank of scout, they stand at the base of the Eagle Trail. The tenderfoot badge is the second rank a scout earns. Inspired by the spirit of scouting, they won't stay a tenderfoot for very long, putting a few simple achievements behind them, including the basics of camping, first aid, outdoorsmanship, citizenship, and beginning to earn their first merit badges. They will shortly climb to the rank of second class. The requirements for second class become a bit more challenging. A scout must learn to be proficient in their skills so that they are better aligned to render service to others. They build on their knowledge of camping and outdoor skills to begin to master the outdoor ethics. They become safe swimmers and knowledgeable in navigation and learn the basics of personal management and fitness. Now a scout is ready for the challenge to obtain first class. The requirements become even more challenging, but the scout keeps climbing until finally the day comes when they're at the top of the first major summit. Along the Eagle Trail, the rank of first class, now they have mastered all of their scout skills. They are model citizens, proficient in cooking, outdoor skills, and ethics, knots, first aid, swimming, emergency preparedness. They practice and prioritize their physical, mental health and regularly seek ways to provide service to others. With their scout skills mastered, the first class scout focus now turns to leadership growth and service to others. Additional merit badges await the first class scouts. Scouts may select from more than 100 merit badges, allowing them to explore various careers, hobbies, and points of community interest along their scouting path. The scout needs a total of 6 to conquer the Star Scout Summit. Probably a lot sooner than they thought possible, the scout finds themselves standing at the ridge of the star peak. Looking upward towards the next achievement, it is only then, through continued focus on leadership, service, and achievement, that they conquer the first of the 3 great peaks along the Eagle Trail. The trail to the next summit, Life Scout, isn't easy. The Star Scout must provide additional leadership and significant service to their troop community, help their fellow scouts along their own scouting journeys, and master 5 additional merit badges, all while juggling schoolwork, extracurricular activities, personal hobbies, friends, family, commitments, and other obligations. The higher the scout climbs, the fewer travelers they meet on the trail. Yet, there are no impossible barriers along the way. While the rank of life is a coveted one and deserving to all who obtain it, the Eagle Trail does not end there. It leads upward to our higher goal. Many challenges must be conquered in these last few miles before the highest peak along the Eagle Trail can be achieved. Additional merit badges must be earned, 22 in total, 14 of them specific to the rank of Eagle. Many of them are very involved and require months if not years of hard work. They continue to support their troop through increased leadership and their community through service and conservation projects. They must also plan, organize, fundraise for, and complete a significant project that benefits their community. Only with the greatest persistence and dedication can a scout gain the deepest sense of accomplishment that comes while looking down the trail from the very top of the Eagle Summit. Eagle candidates: Madison Zhou, or as we call her Maddie, Jacob Smith, you are to be congratulated for reaching the highest peak of the Eagle Trail. Your diligence and hard work have paid off, and you've made troops 181 and 161 very, very proud. May the qualities that inspired you to reach this achievement continue to lead you onto even greater success in your lives. As an Eagle Scout, the eyes of all scouting, even the eyes of the world, will be upon you. The expectations of an Eagle Scout are high, and may you live up to those expectations, always guided by the spirit of scouting and the scout oath and law, represented by these candles before you. The Eagle badge that you will soon receive is a symbol of the spirit of scouting. And just on a personal note, I want to say to both of you, I'm very, very proud of you guys. I know how hard you work for this, and I know that you did it in such a short time, especially Maddie. So you guys can talk to her about that story, but congratulations.
Thank you, Chris. Good job, Scouts. Thank you. It's now time for the highlight of our program, the presentation of the Eagle Scout Awards. Will the honor guard please escort the candidates forward? I should have said Eagle Escorts. Becoming an Eagle Scout is a great honor. It's also a great responsibility. During your time in scouting, you have learned and lived by the Scout Oath, law, motto, and slogan. The first time you repeated them, you were unfamiliar with the words and you struggled to memorize them. Later, of course, you could recite them as easily as you repeat your own name. They and the lessons they taught become part of you. Today, for the first time, you will repeat the Eagle Scout promise. Again, some of the words will be unfamiliar, but as you live out the life of an eagle, they too will become part of you. Making that new promise does not mean that you should forget all the other promises you've made as a scout, all the codes you've agreed to follow. Though the words you say are similar to those you've said so many times before, today they will mean more to you than they ever have. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your promise with the words that close the Declaration of Independence. I'd like all Eagle Scouts in the audience to stand at this time and come forward and rededicate themselves by repeating this Eagle Scout promise with our new Eagle Scouts. Wow, I don't know if we have enough room up here. Probably here's impressive. All right, so everybody, please make the scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. And take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example. My rank and my influence count strongly for better scouting. And for better citizenship. In my troop. In my community. To this I pledge my sacred honor. Two. All right, Eagle Scouts can be seated. The Eagle Medal, a silver eagle suspended from a tricolor ribbon of red. That you notice a lot of these Eagle Scouts. Remember, sometimes someone will say past Eagle Scout. There's no such thing. Once you're an Eagle Scout, you're always an Eagle Scout. So again, the tricolor ribbon of red, white, and blue was designed in 1912 and has been worn on the uniforms of Eagle Scouts for over 110 years. It is to be worn for ceremonies and other formal occasions, and is the only Scout commemoration that may be worn on civilian clothing. We now invite your Eagle escorts to pin this medal on your uniforms. Emily will say a few words about our Scouts as we bestow upon them their neckerchiefs, gifts, and their troops.
You both get to stand up here awkwardly with us for a few minutes while we say nice words about you. And then you'll do your scarfing ceremony along with that. I met Madison when she reached out with an interest to join Troop 181. She was older than most of our new Scouts usually are, and when she came to her first meeting as a sophomore, I welcomed her and explained what the journey to Eagle looks like, and the length of time that it typically takes the Scout to achieve that honor, and that specific ranks require that you're in a leadership position for a very specific amount of time. I told her that it would be a struggle to reach Eagle before she turned 18. But when Madison showed up to the next meeting the following week, she had a spreadsheet She calculated each of the requirements, and she had a plan. And if you know Madison, you know that her plans are focused and that she is dedicated beyond measure. She finished her requirements 5 days before she turned 18. Madison has the heart of an eagle and of a leader. She's a leader at school as one of the school's newspaper Rampage editors-in-chief. She's our current Miss Temple City, where she serves as a role model and an ambassador for the community. And she is a leader and mentor in our troop, not just for the female scouts, but for all of the scouts. She has shown her ability to get the whole group motivated and heading in the right direction, but it is her quiet guidance and encouragement that connects to people and helps them grow. Madison does so much for others, but it is who she is that impresses me most. Madison is a force to be reckoned with. She is the person that you want to have on your team because you know that she will look out for you and help you with her whole heart and soul. Our troop is stronger because of your support and guidance, and my life is richer because I have had the honor of knowing you. Please remove your neckerchief so that we can give you your eagle neckerchief. Jacob. These are the words that Jeremy wrote for you. I met Jacob when he joined our troop as a Life Scout, having transferred from another troop. It is unusual that we get a scout so far along on their journey. Most join as having either bridged from Cub Scouts or just beginning their scouting career. Occasionally, we have a younger scout who transfers from another troop, but Jacob came to us as a Life Scout, the last rank before Eagle. And we were so fortunate to have a young man of his caliber joining our troop. Immediately upon joining our troop, Jacob quickly began to form bonds and friendships with the other scouts and showed his leadership immediately. Jacob is a fantastic leader. He is often quiet and reserved on the outside, but is very invested and involved. He doesn't volunteer information without being asked, choosing instead to let the speaker shine. But when he is tapped with teaching a skill, guiding a conversation, presenting material, or leading a group, Jacob excels and is one of the most thoughtful, deliberate, and well-spoken young men in our troop. He truly exemplifies what it means to be a servant leader, with a goal of supporting his team rather than directing them. I would be hard-pressed to select one of the 12 points of the Scout Law to single out as Jacob's strength, as he genuinely displays all of the qualities of a Scout. He is helpful and often recognizes the needs of others, jumping in to help without being asked. He is courteous and kind in all of his words and actions. And he's loyal, which anyone who knows the circumstances under which he joined our troop could tell you. But I think I pick cheerful as the point that I feel makes Jacob stand out, because it's one of my favorite things about him. He's often singing, and he's not singing current pop songs, he's singing old scouting songs, Hank Williams tunes, and quite a bit of Johnny Cash as well. Any old country standard, which is one of my favorite genres of music. Anytime that a 17-year-old can break out into some Tennessee Ernie Ford, I'm all in. And Jacob has been all in since the moment that he joined our troop. I wish that we had the opportunity to have Jacob in our troop for longer, but we are grateful for the time that he has spent with us. And he will forever be a part of Troop 161. Jacob will have you remove your neckerchief and hand it to your escort as we give you your new neckerchief.
Up to the side a little more. Here we go. There you go.
And now it gives me great pleasure to present to you Troop 181 and Troop 161's newest Eagle Scouts, Madison Zhou. So the Eagle Escorts, you guys can be seated. Thank you very much. You did a great job. And I believe the Scouts would like to share their thoughts with you at this time.
Hi, my name is Madison, and I just wanted to start by saying thank you all for being here today. It truly means the world to have the people who supported both Jacob and I through our scouting journeys to celebrate this milestone with us. For those who don't know me, I'd like to share a bit of how I got here. And for those who don't, I'm so sorry you have to hear it again for probably the 10th time. Unlike most scouts who start at Cubs or join at 11 or 12, I decided to join at the right age of 16 with an unorthodox journey of reaching Eagle in 18 months. When people ask me why I joined Scouts and why so late, I never really had a solid answer. Usually I'd say, oh, a bunch of my friends are in Scouting. But in reality, it was just 2, and both of whom were in 161. Not having any friends in 181 prior, I was unsure if I was ready to meet a group of such unfamiliar faces. But for some reason, I just felt like I had to try. So I remember on one random Tuesday doing a deep dive into VSA websites and the Temple City Troop Facebook pages trying to find a contact. I figured that no one would respond, but the next day, Ms. Williams did. And I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? I was terrified before my first meeting. I even Googled what to expect at a Boy Scout meeting. It mentions knots and knife safety, and I thought, cool. I know how to tie my shoe, and I know not to run with a knife. But what I didn't do was scroll far enough to see the Scout Oath and Law, which, as many first-time Scouts know, kind of sounds like a cult chant, and you guys kind of experienced it today. And though that aspect of Scouting did shock me, I think the reason why I stayed was because I realized that these girls who make up the troop are some of the funniest, encouraging, and most enjoyable people to be around. And because of them, I stuck around. And looking back as a proud Eagle, though my time here was short, I feel like I do understand the meaning of it's not about the destination, but rather the journey with those you meet along the way. These people have taught me what being in a truly supportive and joyous environment is. And I know it's hard to understand at what depth I feel these emotions, unless you must have been there. But these girls and I have been through all the highest highs and the lowest lows. They gave me a family where I could feel like I could truly be myself and make mistakes without feeling guilty or guilty for trying to learn or not understanding right off the bat. Scouting has taught me more than what the handbook or website ever advertised. I now know the joyousness of campfire skits, the beauty of a fresh Dutch oven cobbler, the luxury of any public shower, and the horrors of any campery porta potties. But above all, I've been given the greatest pleasure of knowing you all, my 181 and 161 family. I would first like to invite Miss Williams. As you may know, Mr. Williams is unable to join us tonight due to work conflict, but the Williams are my Scoutmasters, my second parents, and the first people who believed in me to reach Eagle. And I wouldn't be here without their unwavering support. When I set the sight on becoming an Eagle, I knew I had a challenge ahead of me. With less than 2 years to achieve it, the path seemed daunting, almost impossible. But the Williams never doubted me. Miss Williams, you've instilled in me the values of leadership, service, and perseverance that I will carry with me throughout my life. You taught me the importance of hard work, dedication, and to never give up on my dreams. Thank you for all your support, patience, and your belief in me. You have made a profound impact on my life, and I am eternally grateful. So traditionally, what we give them is a Eagle Scout mentor pin. But in addition to that, Mr. Williams is the chef of all of the troops. So this is a cutting board engraved with the Williams from Boy Scout Troop 161 and 181.
Everybody's nervous about the screen.
Oh no. And I know that I didn't get here alone. There are so many people who have supported me along the way, but none more than my parents. Mom and Dad, would you please come? Mom, you're my biggest supporter. You helped me map out every deadline and breathe on my shoulder to make sure I stayed on track to achieve Eagle. You're the master strategist behind my scouting journey, but your support went beyond just planning. You sacrificed your own comfort and braved a couple of campout nights with me, even though you don't like camping and didn't have a sleeping bag. You did it because you saw my potential, you believed in me, and you wanted to make sure I had the opportunity to succeed. Your commitment to scouting and to all my success is something I will always cherish. Dad, your support has been equally invaluable. Thank you for all the drives to Camp Trask to complete my merit badges. I know those summer merit badge classes were long and grueling, and I'll never forget you sitting in the hot car for hours waiting for me eating your popcorn. That kind of patience and dedication means the world to me. You also drove me to and from countless campouts, some of them which were hours away from home, like 4. And of course, your help with my Eagle project was absolutely essential. Your DIY background and expertise were critical to the success of the project. Without your guidance and support, we would never have been able to complete the project in just one day. Mom and Dad, thank you for all your support and unconditional love. I'm so grateful to have you both as my parents. I would now like to invite my grandmother, my papa, up here. Papa, you have been one of my biggest cheerleaders. You've always believed in me, and that belief gave me the confidence to keep pushing forward, whether it be tackling merit badges, leading my troop, or completing my Eagle project. You've done so much for me over the years. Your love and support have meant more to me than I could ever put into words. The last couple of years have been tough, especially since Grandpa Gongong passed away. He may not have been a Boy Scout himself, but he had a deep love for the outdoors and a wealth of knowledge about knot tying. I know he would have been so proud to see me here tonight. Papa, you You taught me the importance of perseverance, kindness, and family. You've always reminded me to stay humble no matter what I achieve. So, hopeful, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for being my biggest supporter and never miss a chance to cheer me on. Thanks for helping me become the person I am today. I love you very much. Mr. Preston, would you please come up? Tonight, I'm here to express my sincerest gratitude to a leader who made a real difference in our troop. Mr. Preston, your support and dedication to Troop 181 is truly remarkable. I especially want to thank you for leading the Automotive Merit Badge and teaching me how to change my first tire. You taught us practical skills that we'll use for the rest of our lives, and looking back, that class will forever be a core memory and a reminder to hit chest day once in a while. Because I remember the next week, my pecs were so sore that at first I thought it was a heart attack and even went to the doctor, only to be told that I just had terrible form. And though I know it wasn't supposed to be the takeaway of the merit badge, thank you, Mr. Preston, for 2 life lessons. I would now like to welcome Mr. Dodge. Mr. Dodge, you've played a vital role in my scouting journey. Your support for me has been nothing short of monumental. From day one, you've been a constant presence, always attending our weekly meetings and offering your guidance and encouragement. I especially appreciate that you've been in all of my board reviews. Your positive feedback and praise always motivated me to keep moving forward and to try even harder to accomplish my goal of becoming an Eagle, especially since you're one yourself. And knowing that you believed in me made all the difference. I'll never forget our trip to Kern River and how we were both first to volunteer to jump off our raft in Stage 4 Rapids. And thank you for being my towing trip buddy at summer camp in 95-degree weather when it really felt about 120. Your dedication to Troop 181, your positive attitude, and your support have had a great impact on me. Your leadership and guidance have been invaluable. Thank you, Mr. Dodge, for everything you've done. I'm excited to ask Mr. Gonzalez and Auntie Paulina to join me up here. Unfortunately, Mr. Gonzalez is actually in Sydney, Australia, so I hope he's having a really fun time. But I will still say his part. The both of them have been the backbone of Troop 181. They work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that our troop runs smoothly and that we have the resources and support needed to succeed. Mr. Gonzalez, you lead with confidence and compassion. Thank you for offering the guidance, support, and a listening ear whenever I need it. And thank you for teaching me how to make my favorite camping dessert, peach cobblers, with basically a whole bucket of vanilla ice cream. Auntie Paulina, your commitment to our troop is essential. You provide valuable guidance and you will always go above and beyond to support the troop in any way you can. Together, the both of you make an incredible team. Thank you for creating a thriving and supportive environment for Troop 181. Thank you for making my time in Scouts so meaningful, memorable, and being there with me every step of the way. Troop 181 and I are incredibly grateful for your leadership and your support.
Good job, Mom!
I would like to invite 2 remarkable young leaders, Madeline Tiet and Sarah Chang. When I first joined Troop 181, I was a little nervous, and as anyone would be joining a new troop. But Maddie and Sarah immediately welcomed me with open arms. They made sure I felt comfortable and included, like I belonged from day one. They're founders, by the way. They took the time to guide me, answer my questions, and show me the ropes. That kind of welcoming spirit made all the difference. I have so many fond memories of our time together, and I especially remember the campouts we went on. Those experiences were not only fun, but they also helped us bond. We learned to work together, support each other, and create lasting memories. Thank you both for your friendship, your guidance, and your support. I'm truly grateful to have you both as friends and fellow scouts. They get something bigger. Next, my four girls, Sarah Zai, Catherine Dodge, Sophia Hahn, and Katie Tan. Will you please come up? Sarah's unable to join us. She's in DTLA right now, but we miss her greatly. These three ladies are younger than me and have been with me in my scouting journey for the past year and a half. I've had the great pleasure of being their leader, and it's been a really rewarding experience. It's been such a joy to watch them grow and develop as scouts, sharing so many memories, experiences, and especially on our campouts. We knew the fun of sticking 5 people in a tent when there really should be only 2. What I appreciate most about them is their willingness to learn, their respect, and their enthusiasm. They look to me for guidance and sign-offs, and it means the world to me that they see me as such a role model and a leader. I love seeing their excitement every Thursday at our weekly meetings. I see so much potential in each and every one of them, and I have no doubt that they'll become great leaders themselves one day. Their dedication to show up for meetings and campouts speaks volumes about their commitment to scouting and to each other. These girls have been my reward. The opportunity to lead them, to guide them, and to watch them grow has been an invaluable experience. I've learned just as much from them as they've learned from me. I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see the amazing things that you'll accomplish in the future. So, though we are Eagle Scouts, I got them cute little Beagle Scouts and a little big bag.
Stand.
Hold it in front of you. There you go. Smile. There you go. Good, thank you.
Now, I'd like to invite, just kidding, that's it for now. But thank you all for being here today. I deeply appreciate you coming out here and taking a moment out of your busy schedules to celebrate us. Whether you've helped me tie my first knot, cheered me on through my merit badges, or simply reminded me that I could do more challenging things, you're a part of this journey. I am a proud Eagle Scout, and even prouder to have done it with all of you by my side. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jacob Smith, and to give you a little bit of background for myself, I started scouting through Cub Scouts and I actually have my old Cub Master, Mr. Segrist, in the very back. From Cub Scouts and I learned a lot. I learned the basic scouting in that. I learned how to build friendships, learned how to do woodworking with Pinewood Derby and and even helped my father make a Pinewood Derby track, which is still in use today, and that. It was during this time and where I had lost my father. And I was in a low point in my life. it was then that I transferred to Troop 174, and I met some of my closest friends. Wesley, Nate, and Hunter. And they were there for me, and they were some of my first friends at that troop. We formed a little circle, some might say a little cohort, and we've been together ever since. From my first time starting off as unranked to now my rank as Eagle Scout. I'm honored to have them as my friends and to have them standing with me this entire time. I'd like to thank my mother and my sister for all that they've done for me. Mom, come on. I'm so grateful for all that you've done for me. You've been the pillar of my life, and that you've been there as my supporter and my pillar, and that always guiding me and helping me whenever I need it. If I ever had times of trouble, and that my mom was the first one to see it and the first one to ask me, hey, is there anything I can do for you? And that no matter what she has going on, or whatever she had formally planned, she'd always make way for her to come up and try to cheer me up. And it is through this that I learned perseverance and my sense of heart in that. And I'd like to thank you. For those of you who know me, I love to collect challenge points, and that's what my handouts are going to be.
Can you stand beside the microphone?
Get it. Good.
As I went through my path through 174, I came across one of my first patrol leaders, Stephen Solis, who's also in attendance today. Those were some crazy days, I have to say, and Dylan Malisar, who was also there as a fellow patrol leader. I still remember us singing country roads, doing push-ups, and going out around on the laps. That really set my heart and really helped drive me along through my path through Boy Scouts and everything. After going on for a little while longer, I went down the road. I got closer to some more of my adult leadership in the troop. It was there that I really came into close contact with Mr. Oakley, who was my first adult scoutmaster. He helped set for me how to have a straightforward attitude and help get down to the root of things and help work through it. And don't go around it, but try to address things directly. I'd like to thank you for that. And I'd like you to come up. Go ahead, come with me. From here, as I was going through the ranks, we had some crazy adventures. Going back to my core friends, Wesley, Nate, and Hunter, I still remember all the days of us going out camping. From our first survival camp out in the chickens. If you were there, you know exactly what that means. If you don't, it's a story to ask some of them if you do incline. To us going out and forming moshes inside of tents. Madison, if I remember right, you fit 5 people inside of a 2-man tent. We somehow fit 9. And it was, I kept on going through making friendships and more bonds throughout all this. And I went off and became my own patrol leader. Well, as I became a patrol leader, I got to learn more about myself and my leadership styles and that. I learned that it's not only for what I could do to lead my people out there, but it's what they could do to help me. And I want to try to replicate that in my leadership style. If they need something, I taught them to come to me if they need it, and I helped them problem solve through it, as well as give them their own help and determination to go through their own duties and their own paths and everything. As I kept on moving on through scouting and that, I came into some issues, and I came over to Troop 161 and 181. It is here where I've met even more friends and more wonderful people who really came out and helped me through some troubling times to help me complete my path to Eagle. Since Mr. William is not here, I'd like to have Mrs. William also come up to receive both their gifts. For Mrs. Williams' first gift is a paperweight for Boy Scouts. And my second gift to her is a little glass angel, because she's the angel of the troop as she goes along, shining the light to everyone, always reaching out to help if need be, and I never see her sitting down and doing nothing. She's always out there trying to be as engaging as possible and talking to us if we ever need help. So I'd like to thank you for that. Going along with that, I made a key keychain that says "Believe," because you always believed in us.
Oh my goodness. That's beautiful.
Then from Mr. Williams. As I came into this troop, Mr. Williams took to me like a moth to the flame. I came in, and the first things that he asked was, "What can I do for you to help you complete your goal?" And that really set my heart moving on to this new troop. And that is through this that I learned that even though that some people may be out there who are not the most kind, there's always somebody at the end of the road and somewhere behind curtains to be revealed to me in times of distress for them to come out. As for that, I have two special challenge coins. One is for an Eagle Scout, and that as he has led me on my way to become an Eagle Scout and complete my Eagle Scout journey. The second one is a commemoration coin for 115 years of scouting, and that for Boy Scouts from 1910 to 2025.
And this is what Jeremy will be crying. So I will cry on his behalf as well. It's beautiful.
Additionally, I've made a neckerchief slide for Mr. Williams. I have a fish on it, as he was very adamant about going out fishing and teaching people the fishing merit badge. And I got two things engraved onto this neckerchief slide for him: laugh and wisdom. I never saw Mr. Williams with a frown on his face in that. And he was always out there with a go-get-it attitude, addressing any problem that he had straightforward, and going at it with his full heart. And secondly, his wisdom in that. And it surprised me what you could learn about campfire ceremonies listening to his lectures and that. He is a whiz at campfire ceremonies, and I've learned a lot to go along and use that into my own presentations to always keep it positive.
Oh, that's beautiful. He will be so touched. Oh, thank you, Abby, for both of them. Can you take a picture? Oh, so much.
Okay. And finally, is Chris here? Chris McCarthy. I'd like you to come up. Let's go, Chris! Chris, I see you as the next shining light of the troop. You always have such a go-get-it attitude like Mr. Williams, and you've taken on so much of his teachings. You're always out there asking questions, never complaining, and always out there with a smile on your face, trying to lead the new scouts as well as the older scouts to success. I've found it admirable, the passion that you have in the troop, and the heart that you have, and how you give it your all in all your actions. I want this to serve as motivation for you to also claim the rank of Eagle. I respect it very much. And I've got one last one. Madison. Madison was the first person to reach out to me when I entered this new troop. She reached out with such a smiling face and motivation that I was worried entering this new troop. New people, I've never met them before. I was old and that for standards, and I was already late in my ranks of Boy Scouts and I felt like a sore thumb sticking out. Madison quickly changed that on the first day as she went off with her smiling attitude, with her go-getter, and she came out, introduced herself, and asked if there's anything that I need and anything I would like to learn. That first day really set the mood for me for the rest of the troop, saying, hey, people are out there, just like Mr. Williams with his positive attitude coming in and accepting me. There's people out there that are very good out there. And I went off and made a keychain and neckerchief slide with two things, with believe and love on it. You had such belief in everybody around you, and you always went out of your way to help others. And you have that belief and strive to go on and make a success out of the world as well as the others around you. And I admire that about you. Going along with that, there's love. You felt so compassionate around your others, not only towards the girls' troop, but the boys' troop and anyone around you in that. Everybody that you interact with has had the same interaction with you where you go off, greet yourself, or you say hi, and you immediately lighten the mood of the entire environment, no matter how poor the person's day may be. And I'd like to thank you for this.
Now, on either side of the center part there. There you go. No, get in back. There you go, right there. Perfect. Great, thank you.
And these are some of my final remarks. Remember, there's always someone out there behind the curtains to help you along the way. Whether if you're friends out in the forefront, or people that you've never met before, and you're soon to meet. Remember that somebody's always standing beside you and or behind you, and they're there to help guide you along your way, to push you along, and help motivate you. Thank you very much.
Well, I think there's one thing that we learned at these is that no Eagle Scout becomes an Eagle Scout by themselves. No Eagle Scout. It takes family, friends, all the adult leaders, all the volunteers that help out, your educators. And you know, one of the things that you really learn is your fellow scouts, how important your fellow scouts are to help you along the trail of the Eagle. So I want to thank everybody who's helped all our Eagle Scouts become Eagle Scouts. So we have some presentation this evening. So if we could ask City Council member Tom Chavez to come forward and make a presentation on behalf of the City of Temple City.
So I know the program says Mayor Chavez. I'm sorry, I don't want to disappoint all of you. I was mayor until like 3 weeks ago.
I know. You made the program.
as Mike reminded me, once mayor, always mayor. And I'll be mayor again one of these days. But first of all, I want to thank Troop 161 and 181 for always including me in these events. It's been fun. How many has it been now over the last couple of years? A lot of them. But they're always great. Tough act to follow, of course, right? Maybe we should get on before they do, because they're a tough act to follow. But it's always a pleasure coming to these events, and they're always so nice, and get to meet new people. So thank you very much for that. A couple of and I'll be quick because I know it's getting late, but a couple of things I just want to mention. I was very impressed, and I always am every time I come to these events. And I know George commented on earlier how it takes a village. It takes everyone to get you where you are today. And you've acknowledged that, and of course, I know you're very grateful for that. But I was also impressed by your statements and the fact that both of you started off by thanking your parents. And as a parent, I think that's very special. And so I think we should give the parents a big round of applause. Jacob, you are very grateful for the leadership and examples you've had over the years, and I know they've meant a lot to you. But hearing you tonight, I have no doubt that you are going to be a fantastic leader. Okay? And you understand now, I know, that where you are in your life now, that is something that you will always strive for, and I'm certain that you will be a great leader, and I wish you the best of luck. College next year?
I'm still waiting for acceptances, but I've applied to the Naval Academy.
Oh, very good. Naval Academy, very nice. Okay. Well, we need more like you in our armed forces, so thank you very much, and good luck. Maddie, we have another thing we always refer to also as Queen Maddie, right? Okay, it was almost a year ago that I was here, Jerry and I were here, of course, and you were crowned as Miss Temple City. It was an exciting event, an exciting night, and I know we have some of our royal court here tonight, and ladies, so thank you. It's been an honor to have served as mayor during your reign as queen. So thank you. We see each other a lot of events, and she represents the city, or has represented the city very, very well, and I'm sure as you go on, you are going to have great things come your way as well. So thank you, and thank you for all that both of you have done for our city. And I do have some certificates, but before I forget, because I know I will, I also have some Temple City pins, so you don't forget us. So there's a Temple City pin for you. You don't have to put it on your thing because it won't really go with it. But that's so thank you very much. So some of you have them, right? Yeah, there you go. All right. Good job. So on behalf of Mayor Cynthia Sternquist and our council, and of course our entire city of Temple City, it's my honor to present to you these certificates of recognition. Jacob, to you, we've got a little personal letter to you as well, so that's for you as well. And Madison, for you. Thank you very much. And thank you again for all you've done and all you've accomplished. But remember, this is just the beginning. Right? So maybe, I always say this, maybe one of these days we'll have one of them up here making the presentations as the mayor of Temple City. What would that be?
Okay, there?
Yeah. Jacob, just put that on the table for a second.
Oh, yeah.
The letter. There you go. Okay. Great.
And now we'll have a presentation from Mike Fong, our 49th Assembly District Representative.
Wow. Good evening. How's everyone doing? This is an amazing event, and this is a celebration of community and the beautiful city of Temple City. And just hearing these two amazing leaders up here today, and everyone who's been here to uplift these tremendous leaders, to Jacob, to Madison, and to all the friends, family members, and community members gathered here today. This is a tremendous moment, and grateful for the opportunity to join you all here today for this amazing Court of Honor event celebrating Madison and Jacob, receiving the Eagle Scout title, the highest honor that one can obtain from the Boy Scouts of America. And to our Mayor, Councilmember Chavez, to Carol, to the entire scouting leadership here today, thank you for everything you do to uplift our young people here in Temple City. And we know that this is about character, leadership, service, and a deep commitment to our community. And both Madison and Jacob have shown all of these qualities and more. And this is just the beginning of their journey. We all mentioned the journey along the way here today, and we celebrate their journey to the rank of Eagle Scout. But as you heard from Mayor Chavez, they will be the future council members and mayors, the future assembly members, the future leaders of our community, and they're already demonstrating that leadership today. And to Troop 181, Temple City's first all-girl scout troop, that's an important milestone in itself. And to all the scouts, your hard work, perseverance, and dedication is a testament to the strengths and values of BSA, and a reflection of the strength of the families here and community here in the city of Temple City. It's truly an honor to join all of you here today to celebrate this amazing moment. And as you've heard, only a very small percentage of scouts ever become Eagle Scouts, and they're making a tremendous impact here in Temple City, here in Assembly District 49, and here in St. Clair Valley. And today's about a village of community to uplift each other. I'm grateful to my team member, Jason. You can raise your hand. If there's anything that our office could be of assistance with here in Assembly District 49 in Temple City, please reach out to my team member, Jason, and myself as well. And this is all about encouraging compassion, leadership, and promoting resilience, and offering a safe environment for our youth, and promoting the future generation of leadership here in Assembly District 49 in the St. Clair Valley. We're proud of your accomplishments, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to join you here today. Thank you so much again for the invitation. And with that, I'd like to present certificates, and these are special ones from the State Assembly from the State of California for the Eagle Scout ceremony. This actually might be my first Eagle Scout ceremony I think I've attended, so I'm really grateful for the opportunity to join you here today. To Jacob Smith, Troop 161, congratulations. And to Madison Zhou, Troop 181. Let's give us a round of applause. Congratulations.
Thanks, Abe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fong. All right, now we'll have a presentation from Lieutenant Oakley of the Temple City Sheriff's Department.
Thank you very much. Firstly, as an Eagle Scout, parent of an Eagle Scout, and former Scoutmaster, I want to give my congratulations to Madison and Jacob, as well as to your parents and to your Scout leaders. I have here a letter of recognition from the LA County Sheriff's Department. I'll give you a portion of it. Dear Madison and Jacob, I'm writing to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you on achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, which is an extraordinary accomplishment that reflects your dedication, hard work, and commitment to excellence. This is a major milestone in your life, and I am honored to recognize your achievement. Congratulations on earning the rank of Eagle Scout. I have no doubt that this achievement is only the beginning of many great things that you will accomplish in your life. Your future is bright, and I look forward to seeing the positive impact you will continue to have in your community and beyond. Sincerely, Robert Luna, Sheriff of Los Angeles County, and George Mesa, Captain of Temple Station.
Lieutenant Oakley. And I'd like to ask David Segrist Sr., who's a representative for the city of Belmont, to come forward with a presentation.
Yes, I'm so proud of both of these Eagle Scouts. Give them a hand, please. Personal note, I've known Jacob since he was a little boy. He's not so little now. Our city is so pleased to present him a certificate of commendation. His project was on La Madera. It's the community garden, which was an eyesore. It's now a beautiful thing to see, the community garden. So this is for you, certificate of commendation. And congratulations to you. I'm sorry, left hand, I forgot. Okay, one more thing. And in closing, I would like to ask all of you to keep these two Eagle Scouts in your prayers. Jacob Smith is a finalist to be admitted to the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. Let's hope he makes it. He's in our prayers. Congratulations to both of you again.
I was not introduced, but I'm also from the mountain, and I have to say something about these two Eagle Scouts. First of all, Madison, I didn't know you, but after you talk all those things, oh my goodness, you are going to be wonderful. And my wonderful Jacob. What do I say, my wonderful Jacob? I belong to El Monte American Eagle Auxiliary. It's a club that helps all the veterans. And in that one, I was the representative of the Americanism. I asked Jacob to make me an essay about Americanism and what is to be an American for you. He got the first place in all the district 18. He competed with 30 units, and his project was wonderful. He says, represent Wrigley. What a wonderful man he was when he was you were a sophomore when you did it. He was representing what a wonderful man this was going to be, and I'm sure that you're going to be wonderful. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best, and so to you. And parents, I'm also a mother of one Eagle Scout, and I know how hard it is to work. I congratulate you. Congratulations. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for the presentations. They were really great. Thank you. So now it's time I used to always look forward to when I was a Scoutmaster of the troop. The Scoutmaster minute. If it's like mine, it was always a little more than a minute, but good stories and stuff. So at this time, I'd like to invite Scoutmaster of Troop 181 and Assistant Scoutmaster of 161, Mrs. Emily Williams, to share her thoughts with us.
Sometimes people ask me, let's try that again. Let's see, maybe that's better. Sometimes people ask me why we volunteer to spend our time with other people's children. And then I get to tell them about our scouts. I tell them about Madison and Jacob and so many others. But these two scouts today have made a choice, and they made a change to disrupt the path that they were on, and to believe in hope and a new path, and that it would take them where they wanted to be. They took a chance on our troops and on our amazing scouts. I do this, in fact, we do this, because Madison and Jacob, you give us hope. It reminds me of the first stanzas of a poem by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without words and never stops at all. You give us hope. Scouts, you give us all hope that the future you will build will be filled with people who are trustworthy, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. You are our hope. You are the thing with feathers, eagle feathers today. For many of you, you have made so many changes in the lives of the adults around you. And you are that thing with feathers that perches in our souls, and our faith in you will never stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily, that was great. And I'm just going to follow up with how proud I am of both our new Eagle Scouts. Okay, and I hope you both continue to come to meetings once in a while. Maddie, I'd really miss your smile if you did. Okay. Jacob, like someone asked earlier, I'm praying that you make it into it, that you get that word on Naval Academy. So now, I declare this Eagle Court of Honor closed. Please join me in congratulating Troop 161 and Troop 181's Eagle Scouts, Jacob Smith and Madison Zhou, on their incredible This has been a special day. Thank you all for coming out and participating in this wonderful event. I now call on Pastor Nelson of First United Methodist Church to give us our benediction.
I am truly honored to be part of this ceremony, and it brought back some memories back home in the Philippines when I was once upon a time a Boy Scout. But I did right up to Eagle Scout. I wonder, Mr. Preston and Scoutmaster Emily, if I can still enroll, or am I already over age? And I'm just so proud of Maddie and Jacob, especially Jacob, because he's half Filipino, I was informed, And, he's really an incredible person, because I've never seen so tall a Filipino like him, I always, he's tall, fair, and handsome, Unlike me, I'm short, dark, and never mind. So let's just bow our heads and let's pray. Gracious God, loving Father, we are truly blessed this evening and inspired by the stories that we have heard, stories of victory of Maddie and Jacob. Lord, we pray that as we leave this place, may your Spirit go with us. May we always give glory and honor to you. And may the love of God, the Father, who is able to keep you from falling and present you blameless before his majestic throne, because of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who died and rose from the dead, and the fellowship and power of the Holy Spirit be with us now and always. Amen.
So for everybody following the retiring of the colors, we hope you'll join us for a reception dinner that will be waiting. We thank you all for joining us today for this incredible special occasion. Now I'd like to ask the color guard for Troop 161 and 181 to come forward and retire the colors.
May the audience please rise for the retirement of the colors. Troop, attention. Color guard, attention. Color guard, forward march. Halt. Color guard, please retire the colors. Color guard, reform, troop salute. Color guard, return to post. Halt. Color guard, dismiss, troop at ease.